Why would you? You know about the kid that used to take his ball and go home? Well, it's his ball. We can all just leave the field. We don't have to use these anymore. So the Federal Reserve may be there, but it's not going to have any authority. There's nobody playing. Bye. We leave. Thank you very much.
I'll get one. You could just pay me out of boredom since you don't.
There
have
you go.
to pay.
I'd love to do that. I'd be willing to transfer money back and forth. Go out and get a 3P Gold account. We'll use it instead of email. Okay? So,
When you pay for your seminar.
right? That eventually I'm going to be doing that. So digital cash is something that is just around the corner. There's nothing that the government can do about it. This is absolutely wonderful. When the printing press came out, you know, the governments and churches in charge weren't real happy about that. Because up until then, I'm telling you what the Bible says. Oh, really? Now we can print the Bible and you can read it for yourself. You go, hey, you know, you've been pulling a fast one on me. That's not what it says. So they didn't like the printing press. What did they do? They went out and they started burning books. Were they successful? Had we eliminated books? No, because we were printing them faster than they can burn them. There's not a damn thing they can do about it. And there's not a damn thing they can do about 3P Gold. It's going to happen whether they like it or not. And the faster we make it happen, the better off we all are going to be. The Libertarian Party, page 34. Now, I really don't care who you vote for, as long as you do not vote Democratic or Republican. Don't keep making the same mistake. Now, if you want my advice, I advise you to vote for the Libertarian Party. They have been around for 30 years. This December, we're having our 30th anniversary. They fight for the right to life, the right to liberty, the right to property. They are the only ones who understand rights. Your money, you spend it. You know, you're an adult, you decide what you want to do. As long as you don't hurt somebody else, you know, you can do anything you want. Gosh, where have I heard that before? The Libertarian Party is the only one that understands the Constitution. You say, well, yeah, but you can't get elected. No, not if you don't vote for me. You know, if you were the deciding vote, I'm going to guarantee that I can get everybody else to vote Libertarian, but I need your vote. Are you willing to vote Libertarian?
I have.
And, you know, even if that's not true, are you going to wait until everybody else figures it out and then you're going to be the last one to vote for liberty? Boy, that's a patriot. Why don't you do something brave and daring, like be the first one? And then convince all your friends. Page 35. There are three groups of people. People who don't know that there is a problem. Okay? Then of the people who know that there's a problem, people think that, yes, we can solve it, and we can work within the system. If that's true, vote Libertarian. If you fall in the third group, and you think that the system is so out of hand that it just cannot be fixed, then start from scratch. This is Texas Constitution 2000. It's only the first couple pages of it, but Article 1 is a Declaration of Rights. Right? It says all political power is inherent in the people, and all governments exist by the will of the people. The people of Texas retain the right of altering, reforming, or abolishing their government in any manner they believe proper at any time. Go to page 36. I'll read two of my favorite clauses. Section 5. Every individual has the inherent right of defending the life, liberty, or property of any other individual using whatever force is necessary through whatever means available, including the use of deadly force. Doesn't that sound a whole lot better than the Second Amendment? And just in case there's a Rosie O'Donnell out there who doesn't understand, let me clarify with Section 6. Every individual has the inherent right of owning, using, and carrying arms of any description. Any questions? Article 2 is limits of the government. Government has no inherent rights or powers, neither implicit or explicit. That pretty much sums it up. And you go through, government shall never, government shall never, government shall never, government shall never. They can't own property, they can't control the free flow of ideas, government can't do anything unless it's explicitly listed. Now this is a constitution with teeth. Now the Constitution has been written. It has not been ratified. How did we get this Constitution ratified? Well, we had 9 out of 13 states ratify it. Well, this is a Texas state constitution. We've got 254 counties. If we get 176 counties to ratify it, it becomes the law. And Texas becomes a nation.
What happens to the existing statutes?
They're non-existent.
Okay.
There is a transition stuff. I mean, we don't expect it to happen overnight, but there is a whole program of how we're going to go from the mess that we're in now to the new government. And I give you the website for that, tcrf.com, Texas Constitution Ratification Fund, and you can read, I think it's about 22 pages. First time I read it, it made me weep.
When you said it goes from a country to a nation, I'm not really, I know Bill knows more about it. Are you talking? Are we pulling out of the U.S. as a nation, or you mean we would become sovereign again, like we should have been all along as part of the U.S.?
No, we would be separate from.
Literally, you're 49, we're 1. Still.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and Texas is not the only one doing that. The sovereign nation of Hawaii is very, very close.
Alaska, Arizona, Idaho, and Montana also have very strong.
Just remember, the last time the United States tried to do this, or part of the states, we ended up a civil war over it.
I understand, and there's a lot of debate as to whether or not that would happen. I personally don't think it would go that far. But, I mean, if it did, send me to the Alamo. Lock and load.
Got half the arms in Texas anyhow.
That's right. Now, those are some of the things that I think that you should know about, and I think that they should, improve your outlook. Now, starting on page 39, I have a list of reference material. Obviously, we haven't covered anything as much as we would like to. Hopefully, you will start doing your own research. And I've tried to leave breadcrumbs for you to say, gosh, go here. You don't have to search through the entire library. Now, I've got a list of books, a list of videotapes, audio tapes, and websites. Now, every book, audio, and video on this list I have read, watched, or listened to. It's not just because it's got a snappy name. I've been studying the Constitution for 18 years. Now, the websites, I don't have as much, I didn't go through every single website, every single page. So there may be things on the websites that, I don't agree with completely, but they are all, for the most part, as far as I know, very strongly, pro-liberty. And I've tried to arrange the websites in the same order that we've covered topics in the class. Now, you can go to my website. Instead of typing all these things in by hand, you can go to my website, go to the Introduction to the Constitution, which is what this class is, and I have a list of references. So you go to a page, and that same page is right there. You just point and click with the mouse. That'll save you a lot of time and effort.